Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your reading for the month of June 2023. So let's see what's in store for you this month. We have empowerment coming out. How exciting. It says, when you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your own authentic power. It's a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and magnificence. Unfold my true and radiant self, dear Lord. Okay, beautiful stuff. More empowerment coming through. Your energy oracle for this month is community. I love that. And I really do feel this for a lot of people in the collective, but especially Scorpio, is kind of spending more time with friends that you may not consider your closest friends. Does that make sense? So kind of prioritizing people who are already in your life to become a closer part of your life. I'm also seeing like prioritizing opening up more to those people and not being someone who is unseeable. You know, like if you're someone who never really shares your struggles or your successes with the people around you, I'm seeing so much improvement on that and opening up to the people closest to you. And again, I just get this message of like spending more time with people who you don't normally spend time with. Like if you have like two best friends that you see every single day, this could be like spending a weekend with someone who you see like once every couple of months. So I'm really seeing you building your community in that beautiful way. We also have serenity coming forward for you. Stunning. And it says, this is from your past loved ones and spirit guides for this month. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. I don't know, I'm just kind of seeing you in the present moment, enjoying your life, really. Like it's really peaceful, it's really beautiful. Enjoying this community that you're building. I'm seeing you again creating more community for yourself, more beautiful relationships, like deepening the relationships around you and taking your power back by just being at peace and not letting fears that are rooted in the past prevent you from enjoying life. Your message from Mama Moon is the new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. So I really do feel like the end of June, beginning few weeks of July, which is Cancer season, will be a really significant time for you. And that makes a lot of sense. So if you are a water sign, you will probably have your luckiest seasons when the sun is in other water signs. So for example, I'm a Cancer, and when the sun is in Scorpio and Pisces, I tend to have a little bit more luck on my side. And I am seeing that Cancer season, which is beginning the end of June, this June, will be really particularly blessed for you. I'm kind of seeing you spoiling your loved ones during this time for some reason, or creating a really fun memory with them. Also just in the month of June in general, I'm seeing you creating more memories with the people around you, like really significant things, going out and doing something really special, or I don't know why I'm seeing like weekend trips or like multiple day excursions with, I feel, people that you're really comfortable with, and then maybe people who you aren't super comfortable with. And you're gonna get more comfortable with those people that you are not comfortable with. I'm seeing here someone watching may literally be going on like a vacation with your in-laws or something, and you're not necessarily close or comfortable with them, but you become closer because of this trip. So if that resonates with you, let me know down below, because that was really specific and definitely will not apply for everyone, but stunning stuff. Okay, we're gonna get 9 tarot cards, 3 rows of 3 here. I just see that Gemini season is bringing you closer to these peers, the people you aren't super duper close with, like your coworkers, your neighbors, in-laws, people like that. We see the 9 of Swords coming out as your first card. Okay, this is a card of anxiety. I do feel like there is something in your life that is not bringing happiness. So this could be a job, a location, just anything really, your health. I'm seeing your health for a lot of you guys, just wanting to achieve more of your goals when it comes to looking your best. I don't know why I'm seeing this is actually really strongly to me correlating with your self-esteem for some reason, and with the way that you physically look, or maybe the way that your body physically operates. I think this anxiety for many of you has to do with that, and the month of June is going to be a very empowering month for you, where you remember that just finding your own authentic beauty. You know, you can sit here and judge yourself, compare yourself to others, be hard on yourself. But I think there is a certain amount of power and attractiveness that comes from finding your unique brand of beauty, what makes you special. For example, like if you're really insecure about your weight, like say you're overweight, but you have beautiful birthing hips, honey, and a nice, beautiful booty, like you are going to go out this month and buy the pants, buy the skirt, buy the whatever that makes that booty beautiful, and you're gonna wear that every single day, and you're gonna walk around knowing you got a thick booty that people are looking at, and you're gonna be feeling empowered by that. Does that make sense? Like, you have insecurities, but you are kind of finding your brand of beauty, finding the things that make you feel confident, and you are really showcasing it for the world to see this month. And that alone will make you just feel way more empowered, and also just improve your day on a daily basis anyways. So try to find what your own unique beauty is, because it will really, it's not even just something that changes the way you look, it changes the way you feel. And when you change the way you feel, every single day will be improved because you're feeling confident. So, I don't know, I'm seeing something there. Moving on. Some of you guys might literally be buying clothes that are way better suited for you, or like just something that you always wanted to wear. I'm seeing a lot with clothing here. Also, like maybe it could have to do with your home. If you anything that you're feeling insecure about, I see you improving. If you're insecure about the car that you drive for some reason, getting yourself a nice fuzzy steering wheel or something, you know, it's just ridiculous. But like, I feel that you are kind of dressing up and making yourself feel more confident about the things you don't feel confident about, okay? Second card out for you this month is the Devil in reverse. This is actually a really good card to get in reversed. I know it sounds scary, and it is very scary upright as a card, but in reversed, this is really good because it actually shows that you are breaking out of toxic negative cycles. I, in particular, feel like you are trying to break out of the habit of talking down on yourself, or criticizing yourself, putting yourself down, calling yourself awkward or broke or ugly or anything like that. You are breaking out of that habit and finding this inner serenity once again, which is beautiful. Also, with the Devil in reverse, this could talk about other things like breaking out of really negative, unhealthy habits. There's a lot coming through about health this month. So I do wonder if you are doing anything for your health that is breaking out of toxic energy, like quitting soda and juices, for example, quitting nicotine, cigarettes, reducing alcohol, getting up and moving more. I'm seeing you breaking out of like unhealthy ways of operating in your life, okay? Third card out for you, we have the King of Swords in reversed. Okay. All right. So, okay. So everything we just said about breaking out of toxicity, it applies, you know, breaking out of your own toxicity. But I feel like, you know, something about reality here on earth is that your internal reality reflects externally to yourself. So you do, in fact, have this kind of inner toxic pattern that you are breaking out of. But also, I do see an external toxic type of person or situation that you are breaking away from. And for many of you, this is a boss, an owner of like a corporation that maybe you work at and you're not being paid enough, they're not giving you enough time off. It could be something like that where it's just like you don't like them. King of Swords in reversed really shows someone who does not have empathy, who does not like really care to think about other people in their decision making. It's someone who is in a leadership position too, which makes it all the worse. For some of you guys, honestly, like with everything going on astrologically, this could even be a country. It could be a government. It could be some type of leader who does not care about its people. Okay, whether it's a corporation, a government, the head of a household, something here in your life that you really just want to break out of, move away from, get a new job, move to a new country. Something like that is coming through in this reading that is on your mind heavily. And I feel like if you start with your own internal healthy habits and breaking out of that toxicity, you will see changes or opportunities to change external to yourself if you're feeling really stuck with that. Second row out, fourth card now, we have the Death card in reversed. All right. Oh, this reminds me of the song, I'm going through changes. I don't know the name of that, but you can look it up. Yeah, Scorpio. I mean, this is your card, really. In reversed, it's kind of asking, why are you still hanging on to this thing that is causing Nine of Swords energy? Nine of Swords energy, which is staying up late at night, worrying, anxiety, just not feeling exhausted, like feeling like there's nothing you could do here, feeling powerless and like just mentally unwell. There is something in your life that is causing this. It's not just like, oh, you have mental illness and that's that. It's like, no, there are toxic elements here that is creating mental frustration and fatigue. Death card in reverse says it's time to let it go. It's time to move on. And you may be talking about this a lot too. Like, maybe you constantly complain about your job, the government, whatever to someone. And it's like, have you actually seriously put an effort into leaving, into doing something about it? Because that's what the death card in reverse is saying. Like, it may be time for you to start seriously looking into, something that will help this, whatever it may be for you. So center of your spread, center of the month, we have the Starman in reversed. And this is like the Magician in reversed. Okay. And to me, this is giving me multiple meanings here. Number one, and let me clarify. Okay, this is kind of a dangerous spread here because this came out underneath the Devil in reversed and right next to the Death card in reversed. And the Magician in reversed is my card of the douchebag. It's my card of someone who does not care about you. They do not care about your needs and wants. They may tell you that they care about you. They may give you this false appreciation, showering you with compliments or whatever, trying to get you to stay stuck in a situation. This is like false marketing, false advertising. It's when someone is trying, they have to tell you how great they are. They have to tell you all the good stuff they're doing. And really, they're like a dictator. They're like someone who manipulates. They're someone who does not actually care about you. They're just trying to manipulate you into thinking that they care about you, when in reality, they are trying to keep you working for them, giving them money, resources, time, energy, while giving you the bare minimum in return. And this spread is showing me that is in your life, especially with your first card out being the Nine of Swords. It's like, I don't think you realized how entrapped you are in this situation. And that's why the Community card came out for you, because it's like, rely on your support system right now, Scorpio, because like this is frustrating you. It's really frustrating you. If you are dealing in a situation where this leader or this influence is affecting other people that you care about, like your coworkers, your family, etc. That is why this card came out, New Moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. And this is just a really good confirmation for this reading, because it's like, you're safe, okay? I'm not trying to scare you here. You are safe. Your loved ones will be safe in June, okay? So if you have been scared about that for whatever reason, stop worrying. You will be safe. Your loved ones will be safe, But we do see this frustration. This is causing a mental toll, taking a mental toll on you, and it is time for you to act. So with the Starman card in reverse, that is a sign that this person, this situation, this organization, this government, whatever it is to you, does not care, yes, but this is also something within you that is not taking action here. It is time for you to move away from this. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to move up in the world. It's time for you to get away from this toxic influence. And you know it, you feel it, like, I should do that. And I think you were like lacking power. You didn't think you could do it. Like, I couldn't possibly do that. I can't possibly afford to move. I can't possibly afford to take a pay cut to get into a job that is, better for me. And the answer is you can, and the cards are asking you to, like, hardcore. You do not realize how much of a toll this situation is taking on you. Sixth card out, we have the Emperor. Look at what you're bringing into. This is what you're coming into. The Emperor. Actually, I can do everything. Actually, I am organized. Actually, I do have a lot of skills, a lot of assets. Some of you guys might be thinking like, well, I can't get a new job because I don't have the skills, what am I going to put on my resume? And it's like, you have a lot more skills than you realize. You have a lot more experience than you realize. You don't need the traditional skills and references that you think you need. Like, look more into it. You actually have a lot more than you realize, you know. And I'll give you an example. Now, obviously it's not going to be leaving a job for everyone, but personal example, someone like me who's an entrepreneur, I can sit here and say to myself, I can't possibly get a job and be employed by someone because I haven't been employed in years. Like, what am I going to put on my resume? And it's like, bro, like, I have been doing stuff. I do have skills. I have video editing skills. I have customer service skills. I have so many skills, website building, IT stuff, like all of these skills that would be invaluable to a corporation. But if I were to sit here in this false narrative that I have no experience, I've been out of a job for years, like, it doesn't make any sense. And I'm seeing a similar situation with you where it's like you're low on confidence for no reason because you actually have more skills than you need. You have more talents, more attributes than you need. Like, you are more than attractive. And you can easily make a transition away from whatever this King of Swords reversed is, but you're not believing in yourself. So the Emperor is showing you kind of reclaiming that belief and understanding actually it could be a lot easier than I realized. You know, it doesn't have to be this big complicated mess. Like, just look more into it. I would definitely recommend getting more information into whatever it is that you're looking to change here. Third row now. 7th card out, we have the 4 of Swords, resting and healing after turbulence, after this toxic influence. You know, to me, this person, this thing, it could even be a relationship for some of you. Could be an abuser, a manipulative person. If that's a relationship, you know, we see you successfully breaking out of it. And the Emperor can represent realizing it's a lot easier than you realize, you know, taking all your stuff, leaving when they're away, completely changing your locks, blocking on everything, filing a report, like getting everything squared away in one day, having a nice support system, a community there to take you in. Like, it could be so much easier than you realize. It's a lot bigger of an issue in your head than it is on paper in reality. And the 4 of Swords, after the Emperor shows you make that change, and also the number 4 is coming out a lot right now. So what this is telling me is to think logically and don't get so much in over your head. You have a lot of Pisces energy right now. Get away from that. A lot of Scorpio energy. You are a Scorpio. So much in your head and your thoughts, and it's like, just get down to basics, down to the physical actions you need to take one by one. Create a plan based on physical action, okay? We see you making a change, and then we see the 4 of Swords, healing, rest, and recovery after that change is made. So in the example of leaving a nasty relationship, escaping it, clearing it from you, this is like choosing to be single afterwards, choosing to kind of, you know, heal from that, you know what I mean? So we're seeing that there will be a healing period because, again, you don't realize how toxic the situation is. So after you finally leave, you're like, holy crap, that was a lot worse than I realized. Dodged a bullet there. Okay, 8th card out is the Prince of Wands in reversed. This is the Knight of Wands in reversed, and again, it's underneath that douchebag center of the spread, Magician in reversed. You know, someone who, Knight of Wands in reversed. This is someone who literally only wants you around for the honeymoon phase. Like, they want what they want and they don't focus on what they can offer, you know? So whatever this is, like, I just can't emphasize how toxic this is, and it's really like beyond time for you to leave. So like, get a move on, Scorpio. 9th card out for you is the 6 of Wands in reversed, and what do you know? There is success waiting for you if you allow it to unfold. And we see here someone who is a victor walking amongst all of these people who are still suffering. You know what I really feel here? I think another thing that's holding you back is you have this weird guilt with leaving people behind. I see this all the time. People in awful work situations, and it's like they're really being used, like really being treated like slaves, and they refuse to leave because they feel bad that their coworkers still have to work there. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, in a work situation, it is every man for himself, okay? Like, don't be sitting here worrying about your coworkers. Like, sure, love them. They could be wonderful friends to you. But, like, don't hold back your life progression for the people that you work for, because at the end of the day, you are there for a paycheck. Like, I hate when people say that. I hate it so much. Like, oh yeah, I should get a new job, but, you know, I really love my coworkers. It's like, jobs are not about your coworkers, okay? You can keep in contact with your coworkers. You can exchange phone numbers, see each other outside of work, okay? It's totally fine, totally normal. Like, do not stay because of that. Also, I'm seeing here, like, this is some serious guilt that I feel within you. Some of you guys want to move away from a town, a country, a state, something like that, because it's just toxic. Maybe the government's really toxic. Maybe it's like dictatorship energy, but you feel bad for leaving your family behind. And it's like, again, guys, you have to be the curse breaker here in this family. Like, if you have generation after generation of, you know, living in suffering and poverty and everything, you have to make hard choices to be the first person out of that, okay? It is not easy being the first of anything, being the pioneer of your family line, your family lineage. That is not easy because you did not have any help. You do it on your own, okay? And like, I just get this weird sense of guilt from you, Scorpio, of like, if I move forward for myself in my own life, I feel like I would have to leave people behind, or I wouldn't be able to support people. And Scorpio, you need to get rid of that. And also, I do feel that like the people around you who you think you're helping, you're actually hurting, because you are hurting and they are your loved ones and they don't like seeing you hurt. Your family, your coworkers, your friends, your partner, whoever it is that you're afraid of letting down, they will be happier and better off noticing you doing the things that you need to do to break out of whatever this is. And not only that, you will actually be a bigger help to them if you break out of this, because then they aren't the first person to do it. Do you understand me? You're being asked to be the leader here, to set an example of how easy it is to break out of this toxic situation. So don't be afraid of leaving a toxic situation, you know, like moving somewhere away from your family, away from your coworkers, doing something for you. Like, stop worrying about other people and start worrying about you. It's critically important this month, Scorpio. Sorry, I'm getting a little yelling at you, but I feel like this is extremely important. Like, stop altering your destiny in life to make the people around you who are also suffering more comfortable. Because when they see you taking inspired action, they're going to be like, I can take inspired action too, and then they'll make the change anyways. But if you just stay there out of this false belief that you are like this martyr, you know, who's helping them out by staying suffering, you're not doing anything. You're not being any type of leader. You're not helping them at all, okay? Just point blank period. That's what it is. So don't use that as an excuse anymore. All right, thank you guys for joining me. This is one of those readings where I would recommend definitely watching Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, because obviously like this was a very strong pointed message, but I mean there is more to your month ahead than this, of course. So just make sure you watch those to get the fullest overview of the month ahead. I do offer personal readings as well on my website, spiritpsyche.org. Comment how this resonated with you down below. I'd love to hear what the situation is that we were talking about, like this video, to help a gal out, and subscribe. All right, thank you guys. Bye-bye.